right.
You can't find any history anywhere of any nation that went into slavery on cargo slave ships but us.
That's right.
What they did was they painted over the images that we had in the Bible, and they painted them white. This man is Caesar Borgias.
So when we got the Bible back, we like, yo, why they images in our book? It was black images throughout our Bibles, but now when we got it back, you see iconoclasm. You see the breaking of religious images, and you see the whitewashing of black images. But the Bible is about black people. It's about us. And from the time of our enslavement, they've been teaching us lies. You are the sons of God. You are the greatest people on earth. But you've been lied to, and they took our imagery away. Because imagery is power. Imagery is self-fulfilling. Imagery is the identity which our people has a crisis with. So understand how great you are. Shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
On cargo slave ships. So if your forefathers came over here on cargo slave ships, my brother, what does that make you?
Slave.
What that makes you a child of God. That makes you from one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Because only the children of Israel would go on cargo slave ships.
That's right.
You can't find any history anywhere of any nation that went into slavery on cargo slave ships but us.
That's right.
But the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're the only people. That's how we can identify ourselves with this Bible. This Bible was written by your forefathers. It was written by our family. This is our book. This does not belong to the white man. Even though he used this book against us, he took our book when we went into slavery. We were not allowed to read or write. So we used this Bible, changed the images, told you that Jesus was white, told you that the angels was white, told you that God was white. But we wrote this Bible. This is our history book. Nobody's history is in this book. Give me First Maccabees 3 and 48. Watch this. Because I just said a statement, I'm going to prove it to you. Because take a look at the sign over here. While you watch your foot, watch your foot. Who is this? This is what they told us Jesus is, right? Okay. Who is this? You don't know? Watch this. We're going to get some education today. Watch
Build
this.
them up. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48.
Read.
And lay open the book of the law,
And they laid open the book of the law, which is the Bible,
wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
read it again.
And lay open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So during the Renaissance era, right, what they did was they painted over the images that we had in the Bible, and they painted them white. This man is Caesar Borgias. He was the son of Pope Alexander. Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo were commissioned to paint him as the Renaissance Christ. That's where this image comes from. He's an actual man that lived. He was a homosexual. That's where you get this image from. Now, they gave you this image while we were in slavery, before the 14th century. Christ was never a white man. There was never a dispute of the color of Christ or or his color. He is not a white man. Let's prove that. Let's prove the color. I'm going to prove this to you, that Christ is not a white man. Give me Revelation.
Check this out, bro.
I just want to prove a point real quick, because what he went over was, during our time of slavery, the white man took our book and then painted the likeness of their image. You agree with that? Now watch this. It happened before in history. Read. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 48. So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles. So our ancestors, they got the law back out of the hands of the Gentiles. because prior to this, the white people ruled over us, and when they defeated us in war, they took our Bible, our book, and then we had risers, we had saviors, we had the Malcolm X's stand up and fight for our people, and we got our Bible back, and when we got it back, read,
And out of the hands of kings, neither suffered they the sinner to triumph.
so we didn't allow the white man to triumph over us. So now when you jump forward to chapter 3, verse 48, what you see happening today is the same thing. We got the Bible back. Now we can read it, and when we started reading the Bible, read,
And they lay open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
so when we got the Bible back, we like, yo, why they images in our book? It was black images throughout our Bibles, but now when we got it back, you see iconoclasm. You see the breaking of religious images, and you see the whitewashing of black images. But the Bible is about black people. It's about us. And from the time of our enslavement, they've been teaching us lies. You are the sons of God. You are the greatest people on earth. But you've been lied to, and they took our imagery away, because imagery is power. Imagery is self-fulfilling. Imagery is the identity which our people has a crisis with. So understand how great you are, and that's what the soldier's going over. Alright? It's time for all, old and young, to learn the truth about who they truly are. To see the black images that's in the Bible.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is